like any error? Oh,
Are we good now?
I see you're back.
Yeah. So what happened was, I don't know if it was Streamlabs itself or what, but it had something to do with Final Fantasy.
Oh,
Because it closed Final Fantasy and Streamlabs, which is weird. I've never had that happen.
we'll have to see if that continues or not.
Hopefully it doesn't.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
Because I was messing with my Streamlabs earlier and like trying to fix all of that. Because every time I update my computer, I have to redo everything anyway. So I did that preemptively. So I was like, I shouldn't have any issues if I stream today. And now I have problems for other reasons.
Yeah,
So,
there's always problems.
yeah, it's not a big deal.
Technical issues is just run
That would
in our
suck if it
blood.
happened in the middle of something that was,
Important?
more important. Am I able to do this again or no? No. That's okay.
No, you lost your...
I lost my Air Force run.
Well, shut it all down. That's it. We're done.
Yeah, it's over. I was also looking at Gunbreaker glamours just because I think that they look cool. And a lot of them, since I like Gunbreaker because none of them use helmets. They all just use like an eye patch or something.
Just made for...
It's made for Hrothgar. But, yeah. I don't know if I'm actually Fantasia. I might look into it more after.
Oh my god. The more you talk about it, the more it irks me. You've been talking about it forever.
How's it going, Zerpup?
Hey, Zerpup!
We had a little bit of a hiccup. Our stream.
We did have a little bit of a hiccup.
My stream literally just died.
It literally hiccuped.
And not only did my stream die, my game died too. But now we're good. I also had to reset up my my sound in the 2 seconds that we were offline. Yeah, because it changed my settings again.
Do I sound great? I'm sure I always do, right?
I think you sound good.
Hey!
Hey, the Prime. Thank you for that Prime Aqua.
It's nice to clear out that notification, but thank you very much.
I do appreciate it.
Both voices sound good, but like I sound better, right? Like you can be honest.
Better? Let's be honest.
Like it's me, right?
Who put the time in to have the better sound quality?
I would hope it was you, but I sound great.
Yes.
Both voices sound as smooth as muddy, rock-ridden gravel. That's.
I try to have a gravelly voice.
Pretty good. I don't because sometimes when I hear gravelly voices, it feels like
they're inside your brain.
Forced. Well, sometimes I'm like, just like speak clearly, please.
Yeah.
Clear as mud. I'm picky.
I suppose I was gonna give it a little bit of time just to see if anybody else was gonna pop in before we do the MSQ.
I'm doing this for me.
I'll give it another like 5 minutes, and then we can hit the MSQ. I haven't done MSQ in a while.
We are going to search for Allegan stuff because I don't remember why. It's been too long.
I also messed around with my shaders, and I think my game looks so much better now. I just hope it runs well when I'm actually doing content.
Is the plan to be ready for Endwalker?
That is the plan. I don't know how long it'll take to do 5.4 and 5 and 5.5.
Trying to find a cure for tempering. Yeah, that's correct.
But the goal is to be done with all of that by the time Endwalker comes out, so we can just go straight into it.
We are bare minimum getting the story done. I mean, I wanted to do this a long time ago, but it just didn't pan out.
Yeah.
I've met none of my goals for pre-Endwalker, but that's fine.
5 days. We could easily do it if we did it every day. Easily.
Oh yeah, no, it won't even be close. Like we're gonna be done with this ASAP.
I'm pretty sure one of those days we'll have literally all day if we wanted to.
So. And I don't know what the plan on Endwalker Day will be, but I think we're going to be streaming a lot that day.
It'll
I'm
be
guessing we're
interesting
going
to
to
see
play it
if
a
we
lot.
can get into the game.
That's also true. Oh boy, I'm excited though.
Me too. It's releasing 4 a.m. on Friday. 4 a.m. EST, so that'd be 3? 3 a.m. here?
Well, we won't be at launch, I don't think.
Probably
Unless
not.
you want to be crazy.
We could. I mean,
It would be fun.
it would be fun, but I don't know how long I could stream for that on in the middle of the night.
Well, you'd have to
I'd have to prep.
you'd have to sleep early, wake up,
Yeah.
basically.
This is the big one right here. Just kidding. It would be funny. It would also be
we'll
really.
talk about it.
It would be really bad if we tried to get in and we couldn't for like 5 hours anyway.
Well, we can figure it out. We can talk about our plan for that
Yeah,
because we've only talked about it a little bit, but
that's true. Trying to get into queue as soon as the server's open. So, like, for the people that have been here at other expansion launches, how long does it take to get into the game usually? Because for WoW,
it's going to
it
be
could
way
take,
different this time.
For WoW, it could take anywhere from 10 minutes to 7 hours.
It could not even be available.
Right. If it's anything like New World, it'll be an entire day or 2. It didn't take
I'm
too long.
excited.
Me too.
I'm guessing we're going to try to do MSQ stuff right away.
For Endwalker,
On
it's either we
launch.
do that or we try to level up the new classes.
Well, I'm going to also point out that belts,
Belts are gone.
but they don't get removed from your inventory, right? You still keep the belts.
I don't
So
know.
what do I do? Do I just have to?
Don't they?
They
just,
die?
They're just
They
gone.
perish? Oh,
Look at my handsome character.
you can toss them or throw them in a retainer. Okay, well, Wednesday we're doing a big dump.
We're gonna
Get
dump
rid
them
of all the belts.
on Wednesday. That's like the 2 days beforehand.
I guess I'll keep my favorite belt. I'll keep my Dragoon belt.
Alright, well, I'm gonna head over to Helix and get ready to do the MSQ.
Oh boy.
I wonder if it's gonna be. Are people gonna have like belts 15 years from now and be like, yeah, I was around when they had a belt, and it's gonna be worth tons of money.
Hey Vinces.
Yeah,
Hey Devin.
yeah.
Invite me to a group.
I don't remember how.
Hit O. Right click on my name.
I
do you
love
mean you
this.
don't
I
remember
love this
how?
mount. Ooh.
That's ugly.
I love him.
You know, Devin, can I show you something?
What?
Can I show you something?
Mine sneezes. Mine's bigger than yours.
I don't know if that's true.
No, mine's definitely bigger.
Maybe just a tad, just like a hair bigger.
I'm definitely bigger. Like, look at this. Mine has longer arms too.
This is disgusting.
So I love this thing.
Hold on. I have one more thing to share in
What's
my
that?
time.
Oh, he got the porksy. Did
Yeah.
you see my minion Zach? Look at,
You got the fat cat?
like, I bought it on the exchange or whatever. I love the fat cat.
Incredible.
Look at
Well, we can start the MSQ whenever you're ready.
Alright.
Make sure you talk to the side
Talking
characters.
to Alizier.
Alizier?
Alizier. So this is where you had your reckoning with Thornton. Oh yeah, that was... I wish I'd been
You
there.
guys remember Thornton?
I miss Thornton.
Good times.
Graha.
Graha too has
Oven
races running.
meatballs, herring pie, silky pudding. It'd be crazy not to take the pudding.
You gotta take the pudding every time.
This appears to be Helix, which means we stand in the Alpha Quadrant. To the east lies the Beta Quadrant.
And Sigma
Where's
Quadrant?
the Sigma Quadrant?
Oh.
Unless I'm mistaken, this path leads to an aetheryte beyond which there will be an information terminal. So just begin our search there.
Are you going to be reading off everything?
Yeah, I can. Is that what you
Okay.
want me to do?
I think it's good for the viewers.
Yeah. I try to. Sometimes I forget to, and I just read it on my own.
I was just double checking because it also tells me when I click on stuff like that.
Oh, that's fair.
That way I stay in pace.
Time for our authority on Allegan artifacts to show what he can do. Okay.
Alright, okay.
And here is the terminal. A moment while I search the archives for references to tempering. Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
computer noises.
Ah, there we are. Iconic corruption and overview. That sounds promising. Indeed, let us see what this report has to say. Confounded, the contents appear to have been deleted. Well, that's not useful. Isn't there something you can do? Not from here, I'm afraid, but it may be that another copy of that report exists elsewhere. The question is where to look. It says here the report was written by someone named Owen. Is it likely that he kept a copy? I would say it is a distinct possibility. Assuming he was a researcher here, he will have had quarters on the Habisphere. We can ascertain the details at Habisphere Control. Let us return to the Bonanza and avail ourselves of the mana cutters. We will need them to reach our destination. I forgot you already have a suitable means of transport, don't you? No need to waste time accompanying us back to the ship then. We'll see you at the Habisphere. The Habisphere.
We can fly.
We can fly.
We can walk through walls, disappear, and fly. It's much more unique than the other guy.
I love how the Gubu flies, I'm gonna be honest.
Let's see it.
It's so good.
Where are you?
He just floats. He spins his little arms a little
My
bit.
people need me.
Yeah, he just says, I'm needed elsewhere.
He just wills it into being. Love that.
Bro, I love him. If I could be a pet class, I'd pick this as my pet every time. Straight up.
You have terrible taste.
You wouldn't pick this?
I would never.
Why?
I would never. I'm too edgy. I'd pick something like
You'd pick
this
a dragon
cool
or
wolf.
something.
Yeah, F it.
Look at
I
all
need a
this.
dragon.
I also think it's super cool that you can actually fly everywhere once you unlock it. It's not like limited to just over the land.
I think the areas look really, really nice.
Yeah, it reminds me of like old, like Outland. This area does.
Yeah.
In the
Tempest. In our time off from streaming, I just did a lot of flying around and like filling out my maps, just for fun. And yeah, there's like a lot of cool areas that I haven't seen.
Yeah, there's a lot of different like things that you wouldn't normally see just doing the MSQ. The administrative node. I remember this guy.
I don't.
Or no. Do I remember him? I thought when we did the raid, wasn't this guy a part of it?
I feel like we did stuff with this node, but I don't remember it.
The mana cutters appear to be ironworks made, but I dare say Tataru will craft her own soon enough. If the late Owen did indeed have a chamber here, this node will be able to tell us its number. Okay.
What the heck?
There. From what I recall of the layout, it should be somewhere in the vicinity of... Warning,
Huh?
evacuation order is presently in effect. Entry to the Habsphere is not permitted at this time. Foiled again. In all likelihood, the order would have been imposed during the 4th Umbral Calamity, and I doubt will be lifted in the near future. Energy level critical, returning to base for recharging. Surely there must be some other way to gain access. Force, for example. Ere we resort to that, I have an idea. Were we to send a surge of energy through yonder control mechanism, it should prompt the system to restart releasing the locks. As for a suitable energy source, a concentrated lightning shard might suffice. Happily, I seem to recall that they are known to form at points of stagnant ether throughout the continent. You seem to recall? Are you honestly telling me that was in the records too? A report sent to the capital mentioned that lightning aspected ether was prone to pooling on the continent, resulting in surges that interfered with equipment. A minor detail, I grant you, but in my role as caretaker of the Crystal Tower, there's no such thing as too much Allegan knowledge. Besides, my studies help me to feel connected to the source, to home. I must have explored this facility 1,000 times in my mind, but to finally stand here with the two of you, 'tis more exhilarating than I can well express. Now then, the lightning shard. If I may, I suggest we split up and search the beta quadrant. Oh, but beware of sprites. They are wont to manifest where the ether is stagnant. Now you're just showing off, which makes me think we should make a contest of this. The first to return here with a shard wins. What do you say? Okay. Very well, it would be my honor to come third. He doesn't have a lot of faith in himself.
No, he really doesn't. I love Grahatia. He's a great addition to the Scions. He's also just a huge fanboy.
Yeah, he is. It's pretty good though.
I get it. We're pretty impressive.
The wisdom of Allig. I remember being in this area and getting lost. When I couldn't use my mount.
Before we could mount up, this was rough. Ugh. Good times. I think this is the most lost we got.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting lost again.
We have to go down.
I found it.
This is it?
Yeah.
Stagnant lightning.
Ah! How do you fight in this game?
It's been a little bit.
Psych. I'm the best Dragoon NA. Oh crap, I forgot my ability. I forgot to use it.
I've been practicing.
I've been training for this moment. Stagnant lightning?
I got it first. Oh, cutscene. Bravo, that was quite a show, adventurer. Why, the spectacle proved so enthralling that all thoughts of the prize slipped my mind. I appear to have forfeited our little race. Congratulations, the lightning shard is yours. Who are you? Show yourself at once. Thank you, narrating Narwhal, for the that tier 1 sub. The 7-month streak.
Hey! Narrating Narwhal.
I like how Grahatia was messing with me.
That's what he used. That's, yeah, the first time we saw him.
Yeah.
That's funny. And also,
he's got a good sense of humor.
He's a good boy.
If there was one Scion that you would, like, if you had to pick one to be gone, which one would you pick?
To be gone?
Yep, like they're just gone. Like they die.
The heck? Wow.
Gone.
Depends on, like, which ones we qualify as Scions, but I'm guessing the main ones, right?
All of them. You could pick the B team, I guess, too, but that'd be kind of like...
No, that's
Who
cheating.
cares about those
Because, like,
guys?
who cares? Hold on, let me think about this.
You have a shard, then you win. I searched high and low, but couldn't find so much as a trace of stagnant ether.
Papalymo. That's just toxic, dude.
He was my favorite.
Maybe Lise or Alphino?
Lise or Alphino? Alphino. That's funny to me.
Well, I used to not like him.
You still don't like him.
And I still, like, he climbed quite a bit, but he's still...
You pick Alphino before Urianger?
I like Urianger.
I don't know, man. It'd be hard to pick.
See, here's the thing with the Urianger, if he wasn't here, you know how much I wouldn't get to comment
on him.
I love talking about Urianger.
He's just, yeah. He's a great character.
What about you, huh? Urianger?
I don't know.
Urianger?
It's so hard to pick one.
You played with the fairies, man.
It's true. I don't know if I could pick one, honestly. If I had to pick one... I'm
sorry, but, like, Lise had a cool story arc.
Well, let's just go through the ones, like, it'd be between Y'shtola.
You would get rid of Y'shtola?
No, I'm just saying these are all the different choices. So you have Urianger, Y'shtola, Thancred, Alize, Lise, Grahatia, and Alphino. And, I guess, Tataru, right?
Sure.
Is Sid a Scion? No.
He is not. But he is very important.
I mean, he shows up all the time. I don't know. I genuinely have no idea.
It's tough.
Maybe...
Be honest, it's Alphino.
I think Alphino is funny. But...
I like that he couldn't swim.
He gets made fun of by everybody, which is why he's funny.
Right.
I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Maybe Thancred? But
oh,
I like Thancred a lot, though.
These are all bad takes.
These are all just hard. I don't know. There's not really a one that I would want to be gone.
I chose correctly, and you're not.
You chose correctly? There is no correct answer.
I did. I do think Alphino had the most character growth, which is great. But he's still Alphino. I chose horribly. Who would you choose?
Yeah. Who would you
Tell me, chat.
If you had to pick one of the Scions to be gone, any of them, out of the main Scions, the Alpha Squad, who would you pick? It's a hard question. Because every time I think... It's like,
Papalymo is not allowed.
He's already... Oh, spoilers.
People can... If people are watching 5.4...
If they're watching 5.4, then they probably already know.
They probably either don't know who Papalymo is, or have already seen it.
Right. It appears Alize has had no luck, so victory is yours. Congratulations. Now then, may I have the shard? There you go.
No. It's ours now.
Just think about how many of these things rely on us just being compliant with them.
What if we said no? It's time.
What if we're like, you know, I just want to do my own thing.
I mean, honestly, it's what I do whenever I don't choose MSQ.
That's true. The Taru, everyone else dies as collateral damage if she goes out. That's true. She is like
nothing
the glue.
happens after.
That's a question I too have asked myself.
You have any Endwalker predictions?
I suspect we could both learn a great deal from Sabric, and not only about the secrets of adventuring, but we should attend to our mission. Any Endwalker predictions? I predict that...
Answer it after the cutscene.
Oh, there's cutscene? Okay.
I mean, kind of. Not really.
Okay. So it's not a voice cutscene?
It's just more dialogue.
I mean, I'll still read it, though. Excellent. The system responded exactly as intended. Now we have access to the Havosphere. Only one obstacle remains, the security systems within. Should they be triggered, they could make life rather difficult for us. In light of which, pray leave the rest to me. If I am right, my royal blood should allow me to venture in unmolested. Okay. Assuming this place works like the Crystal Tower, yes, but if it doesn't, you'll be on your own. I want you to promise us that you'll get out at the first sign of trouble. I promise. Wish me luck. That's not going to go well. Prediction. It's not going to go well. He's going to go there, and it's going to go terribly. Well, nothing for it but to sit tight. Another cutscene. I'm sure this Owen fellow was very learned, but iconic corruption and overview sounds like a studium thesis. We all had to write one. Lest you wonder, mine was about the combat applications of ether. I'm nothing if not practical. Alphonse was more philosophical, of course, political, dare I say it. He chose to write a lengthy discourse on our nation's duty to the world. A controversial subject, to say the least. He asserted that Charlane's knowledge should rightly be used to protect all life on the star, in direct opposition to the country's cherished policy of non-intervention. Being a leading member of the Forum, our father was not happy. At the time, of course, Alphino was utterly convinced of his views and would cheerfully argue to the death with anyone who saw things differently, by which I mean the rows were long. To be fair to him, though, he's since learned to be a little bit more open-minded, but deep down he still holds fast to that one belief, and I admire him for it. I should have liked to meet the young Alphino. For what it's worth, my thesis concerned the Allegan civilization as depicted in folklore. Oh, you're back. I didn't know you attended the studio. I didn't. A thesis was required to earn my Archon's mark. My peers at the students of Baldessian convinced me to write one with the promise of unfettered access to forbidden tomes. Though I considered it no more than a means to an end at the time, I will admit it was gratifying to have my efforts acknowledged. Good gods, an Archon's thesis. I shudder to imagine the work involved. But enough about that. Is this the fruit of your foray? Yes, Owen's archive node. It was waiting for me in his chamber. If a copy of his report still survives, it would be stored in this device. Shall we find out? Archive node. Initializing scanning for registered user. User not found. To proceed as a guest, please complete biometric authentication. Verifying. Authentication complete. Guest identified as member of the royal family. I am at your most humble service, your highness. It never ceases to amuse me. It is but a pity the effect... Oh, I missed that. Doga and Une said it as much when they granted me this gift, but until such a time as it fades, I shall use it gratefully. Search archive for iconic corruption. Iconic corruption and overview. The report is locked by the author. Please state password. Oh no. Tell the nice node the password. Right, let's see. Glory be to Alig. Sounds like a no. Long live Emperor Zand. Password incorrect. Please try again. Confound it. Come now, passwords are invariably short and simple, for instance. She's just gonna guess it. Password. It better not be password. The notion that the password could be something so inane it would be laughable were it not so dangerously stupid. Furthermore, your conduct in the presence of His Highness is grossly inappropriate. Know your place, handmaiden. Oh. Wow. What did that thing just call me? Yeah. Will not be tolerated? Oh no. We're gonna have to fight it. Now, let's not be too hasty. A single misstep and we risk losing the report altogether. I believe this may be a task for Sid and his colleagues. If anyone can coax Machina into cooperating, it is them. Come, let us bear the node back to the rising stones. Silky pudding, let's go. Alright. Imagine in 10 years the twins are all tall like Uber Danger. That's true. Why are they so short still? It's because they're like kids or like teenagers. Password guessing. Riveting. Pleasant don't go through puberty till like their 20s? Oh my god. Zach, I think you're muted, by the way.
Oh. Hello.
Hello.
I'm sorry. I said I like this archive node. When you talk to him, he says threat detected.
Does he? Threat detected.
Also,
hilarious.
I said good night narrating Narwhal. Thanks for tuning in.
Oh yeah. I didn't even see that he said that. Gonna go to sleep. Work awaits on tomorrow. Alright, well. Enjoy your night.
It's probably gone, but thanks.
Yeah, thanks in advance if you watch the VOD. I talked to Alize. Fine, I'll let Sid try his hand first, but if that doesn't work, we're doing it my way.
Her way.
Her way is just stabbing it.
Of course she wrote the report on combat as well.
Right. I should probably mention that I have yet to meet Sid since waking up. Rambros did send word to the Ironworks, but it appears our friend has been afield on urgent business. Nevertheless, I assure you my proposal to seek his help is no pretext. However, I might look forward to seeing him again, him and everyone. But come, let us be on our way. I kind of want to get one of those orbs. It's like a mount. That'd be cool. Look at him all.
There's like a weird cube thing or something.
There's that thing from Omega. It's like a
yeah.
It's like a
looks
mirror.
Crazy.
I love it though.
That's pretty cool.
It's a cool looking mount.
All but running.
Speaking.
They really just keep making her sassier.
Yeah, just progressively. It's like now that she's comfortable with us,
it just
it
gets worse.
Yeah.
It's pretty great.
Alright. The twins are like 16.
They're wee
I guess I
babs.
just forget about how old they are because they act. Of For the most part, they act older than they are.
They act so mature.
Yeah.
Is that what you're gonna say?
The Rising Stones. Yeah.
Is your game sound a little quiet still?
I never turned it up. I could turn it up though, if it's still quiet.
Gotta make sure people can hear the music, man. The music.
I'll turn it up a hair. Turn it up. I don't want it to be too loud. We'll turn it up by like 25%. Oh.
Make sure you talk to everybody.
I didn't.
Oh, you want me to read it for you?
Nah, it's okay. As you know, the meeting was convened to discuss how best to respond to recent events in Garlemald. According to intelligence from the Dome and allies, the war of succession rages on and the Empire remains without a leader. If you want,
the archive node says large low-born presence detected.
Wow. That's toxic.
I love it.
The Third Legion? Lord Nerva? Brutus, aren't they the ones who took in Yatsuyu and Asahi? This bodes well. Xenos' movements, meanwhile, remain shrouded in a mystery. We're hoping that Thancred and Urianger will be able to shed some light on his activities when they return. Until such time as they do, the Allied leaders feel it would be unwise to interfere in the conflict, and so, thanks in part to the Imperial withdrawal from Gimlet, they have decided to turn their attention to the Primal problem once more. Primals? Working with friendly factions among the Beast Tribes, they hope to reopen dialogue and explore new avenues for peace. Given the timing, I suspect they wish to put their respective houses in order ahead of decisive clash with the Empire. Whatever their intent, this is not a problem easily solved. The Leminsons, in particular, struggle in their efforts, and Alphino and Y'shtola have been called upon to aid them. So long as we are dealing with the Tempered, I'm afraid no amount of dialogue will avail us. But if we can develop a treatment for tempering, then anything is possible. Which is why we must succeed. And on that cheery note, why not make yourselves comfortable in Dawn's respite? I'll show Sid in as soon as he arrives.
Let's get comfy.
Take a load off.
Talk to the orb.
The orb.
I love them.
Warning, His Highness is exhibiting elevated blood pressure. Sid at long last. As important as Gabu is to me, I know only too well how much more is at stake here. A cure could change the whole world. Very true. Sid! Forgive us for not coming to see you sooner, my friend. As you may have heard, we've had our hands full. In our defense, you are up rather early. I was under the impression you'd be slumbering a while longer. Well, I would have been had you not fulfilled your promise. I still struggle with the idea. From where I stand, the secrets of traversing time and space seem exactly as unfathomable as they ever did. But if an alternate version of myself has already laid them bare, I dare say that frees me up to concentrate on other endeavors. Speaking of which, you want my help with something. What is it? Well, a treatment for tempering, and for the next step you need to find this password to the Alligans report. Just so, with nary a clue to guide us, we could be here forever and still not guess correctly, and thus we turn to you. Well, I'd love to say that we could help you, so I will. Once suitably configured, a Magitech terminal should make short work of identifying the password. I knew I could rely on you. Now, anticipating that it might be of use, I took the liberty of borrowing a tombstone from Rambros. It contains an elegant dictionary. Good thinking. I'll transfer the information to a terminal and set it to work right away. Ah, look, it's finished. Let's see. Freedom. The password is freedom. Short and simple, just as I said. Would you care to do the honors, Your Highness? I would, milady. Node, open the report entitled Iconic Corruption and Overview. Password, freedom. Password accepted. Opening report. This report seeks to provide an overview of the mechanism by which icons corrupt and bind men to their will. The phenomenon we call corruption refers to the alteration of the ether of the soul. Said ether ordinarily exists in equilibrium, no one element being more prominent than another. But when a subject is exposed to the ether of an icon, this changes their soul taking on the properties of the entity in question. By way of an example, exposure to the ether of the fiend, Sephiroth, would cause a subject's ether to become aligned with the element of earth. As a consequence, the subject would attain heightened affinity with earth-aspected magics as well as natural levels of endurance. Repeated exposure would further enhance these traits, ultimately altering the subject's very flesh. Oh. The changes undergone by the subject are not solely attributable to elemental alignment, however. Further testing has determined that the subject's soul becomes umbrally charged or stagnant during the process. This stagnation of the soul has the effect of diluting the sense of self, rendering the subject vulnerable to the will of the icon, the thoughts of whom come to consume their entire existence. In this manner do the corrupt become worshippers of the icon, their prayers serving to further empower the entity. Having discerned the mechanism of iconic corruption, my colleagues and I set out to develop a material capable of shielding one from its effects, in an endeavor in which we were successful, but albeit at a great cost. In the course of testing, many of my assistants, good men and women, all fell victim to corruption, and in accordance with protocol, they were summarily put to death. I subsequently submitted a proposal to investigate potential cures for corruption, but it was rejected, deemed non-essential by Lord Amon. Though I knew it would be fruitless, I protested the decision, and for my impertinence, I have been stripped of rank and title and will shortly be expelled from this facility. In all likelihood, this report will be expunged from the archives. Nonetheless, I record it in the hope that one day someone will undertake to do that which I could not and find a cure for the victims of iconic corruption. End recording. So not even the Alligans were able to find a cure, or rather were not given the chance to do so. One cannot help but wonder what motivated Lord Amon's decision. More importantly, this confirms the stagnation of the soul is indeed the problem, and Angelo can remedy that. True, yet were we so simply to reanimate a tempered soul, I fear it would do not to diminish this individual's fanatical faith. Indeed, it may well intensify it. No, we would somehow need to suppress the primal's hold over the subject at the same time, or risk them ever. What is the part? If we could only make them remember who they were, so there's no point in reviving their souls unless we can also restore their sense of self. But of course, memory transference. The process has the effect of compartmentalizing memories, separating them into manageable bundles. Blech. By adapting the technique, it may be possible to achieve selective reanimation, that is, limit the effects to only those memories that existed prior to tempering. Through thus restoring the sense of self, we could theoretically drown out the incitements of false faith which had come to dominate the individual's thoughts. I see. The theory seems sound, and our experience treating the light corrupted would help us identify suitable memories for reanimation. But are you confident that you can adapt to memory transference as required? I seem to recall your attempts to do so while trying to bring us home culminated in literal bloodletting. They did, you are right. Despite my best efforts, I could not recreate the mechanism, and I concede that the rather clumsy compromise I reached would not provide the basis for cure. Then perhaps it's better that we consider another approach. Your doubts are understandable, but this time I believe we have reason to be confident. You see, nodes such as this were built with the ability to simulate magics, which leads me to believe that it may be capable of performing simulations of the transference technique. So, if so, we would be able to conduct a year's worth of tests within the space of a few days. Wow. In theory, it would be no different from how we identified the password. But it'll take more calculating power, a lot more. I honestly couldn't say whether our equipment would be up to the task. Tell me, Sid, why do you suppose Owen locked his report behind a password? To keep it from prying eyes, of course. Why else? Wait, a password that could be guessed by anyone with leisure and a dictionary wouldn't keep it from a person minded to look. No, he wanted his report to be seen by those who strive for freedom. Not unlike the members of a certain distinguished engineering collective, I believe their motto was freedom through technology or some such. You two round up as many Magitech terminals as you can find and bring them to the workshop. Right away, Chief. The little onion guy. Things are about to get very busy. Lucky we have you to help, eh?
It's very interesting. The part about the, like, when you are influenced by an icon, you take on their element, basically.
Yeah.
That's really interesting, because doesn't that mean we would be, I guess, so we are not under the influence of Heidelin, but
well,
I mean, we're still,
we don't have any element.
well, I guess we don't, but I think if maybe we do, but we still have our sense of self, because like maybe we are attuned to the light,
Maybe.
because that's what Heidelin is, right?
I think
because there's light and dark.
All of the different elements are their own thing.
Umbral aspected. Yeah, this is interesting.
Terminals, I want the rest of you to procure supplies. Namely, ceruleum to fuel the terminals and ice shards to keep them cool. The more we have of both, the better. Do the ice shards to meal, round up some adventurers, and go on a gathering spree. In that case, I'll trust Saber can alizate with the ceruleum. Here's a promissory note for each of you. Take them to the Sky Steel Manufactory in Ishgard and the ceruleum processing plant in Thanalin. The people there will give you what we need. Yours is a well-known face in the Holy See, I believe. If it's all the same to you, I'll head to Thanalin. Blah, blah, blah. It's hard for me to read all these long things.
To be fair, it's like Old English mixed in with
With
a lot of complicated words and regular speech. And
yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go
to Ishgard!
Ishgard.
Oh yeah, Ishgard housing is also coming up. That's gonna be a bloodbath.
Ishgard housing? Oh yeah, that's coming in Endwalker, right?
Yeah, it's like, oh, 6.1, so it's not out on launch.
Oh, okay. It's raffle based. That's kind of cool. Before I start this, I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick.
Oh, it's RNG. Oh, it's just like lottery. It's kind of cool.
So I'll just do this. I'll let you look at Zach for a while. I forget, is there a way to go first person?
Just zoom in.
Oh, is that it? I thought you can't.
You can. Just zoom in all the way.
Oh, it doesn't work for me.
Oh, it works for me.
Huh.
Did you disable it?
I don't think I did. I'll just do this. But I'll be back in like a couple minutes. So, be right back.
Well, it's that time of the stream again, where I am abandoned, left with chat. The best part. Just a group of gamers huddled around a little bonfire, waiting for our time to strike. Endwalker. It's so close. My fellow gremlins. Soon we can feast upon new content. I love Ishgard. It's so nice here. It's me, the chair. That's right. The chair. I'm sick of being sat on. It's my time. No one ever thinks about the chair.
Hello. I'm back.
Hello.
I had to go get a drink too. I was tempted to get pie, but I didn't. Later, I'll have some. First person key is home? Do I have a home key? I do. Nice. Look at that. Look at my fat cat. Woo. I love the fat cat so much. Alright. Eldorain Saber, was it? If you're about to ask, then I'm here to answer. Oh.
They're just an NPC.
They're just here. You're running at me with a katana? I'm gonna have to see that. You stand in the Sky Steel Manufactory. What does it require? Oh, there you are. Oh, you got the relic. That's right. The sick relic. I honestly love the samurai relic. It looks real good. I just wish I was better at playing samurai. This is a hold up. Oh, hang on, I have to do this. My samurai glamour I messed with earlier today. It's not the best, but it's okay. It's alright. I want to have a different helmet, but, you know, Hrothgar. It's either you wear, like, a blindfold, an eye patch, or glasses.
I like the blindfold.
I think the blindfold looks pretty good.
I use the blindfold in my Dark Knight.
You love how the male samurai supposes is literally exactly what the samurai trainers yells at an NPC. Yeah, I thought that was funny too. Let me check. Yeah, let's make sure I have my right stuff on. There. This is actually the full set. I just didn't upgrade it or update it. Looks better with the gloves. The only thing about it though is I kind of wish like my boots were a little bit different, but they kind of match, so. What weapon is that? Is that the Dragoon? It looks good. Hand the Ironworks from Mystery Note to the Sky Slow Engineer. Oh, I can't mount up here. Oh, that's right, I'm still in the city. Duh. Athenium Astrological. It's the lowest tier of the 80 Dragoon Relic. I honestly kind of like how that looks, though. Have you started any of the relic stuff for level 80, Zach?
No.
Me either.
It's.
Oh, I'm not. I have to swap back over. I was
I'll
like,
just
why
have
can't I
to
do this
do it
quest?
in
Like,
the
you're not
future.
level 80. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do it later on. Ceruleum, you've come to the right man. Fair warning though, the price has shot up on account of the uncertainty with the Empire, so I hope you've got the coin. There you go. Okay. Oh, it's one of the bird people, the Vanu
And Aimric!
and Emmerich.
My friend! After the disappointment of not seeing you in Alamigo, what good fortune to chance upon you here of all places. As you may have heard, the Allied nations are making a renewed effort to address the primal problem. To that end, have I invited the chieftain of the Vanu to Ishgard, that we might together plot a course.
I like this little wave.
Since the war with the Empire appears to be nearing its conclusion, I would also like to call upon Estinian's lance. Alas, he is, as ever, a difficult man to find.
True.
I am informed he recently paid a visit to the Rising Stones. Should he happen to do so again, be sure to pass on my regards, won't you?
I miss Emmerich.
Tell me, what business brings you to our fair city this day? A cure for tempering. You never cease to amaze me. Until now, our only hope has been prevention, our every failure irrevocable. But this would rewrite the rules of engagement. It could end the cycle of bloodshed. Very well. You shall have all the ceruleum we can provide, and an airship with which to transport it. In this matter, you may count on Ishgard's full support.
Been so long since I've actually heard Emmerich talk that he sounds different from what I remember.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I don't even remember how he sounded before. He also was really excited, which was rare.
Yeah, that's true.
He trusts us so much, he's gonna help. Fully.
I actually like how the Elezen look, but I don't know if I'd like playing as one. They're just so lanky. Oh. ceruleum. It looks like the stuff that the crystal tower is made out of.
I don't even remember what ceruleum is.
It's the crystal stuff, I think.
Fantasy
Who would have
oil.
thought ceruleum weighed so much?
Weighed so much.
Serves me right for being stubborn, I suppose. I should have just done what you did and accepted help.
I really like
Good work, you two. This is all we asked for and more.
Graha's staff.
Quite a lot more now that I look at it.
I think it looks cool.
Lord Emmerich, eh? And entirely by chance. Ha! Some people have all the luck.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that the voice acting
We
is
have
way
also
different.
succeeded in configuring the terminals, thanks in no small part to our able assistant.
Graha sounds the same though.
It's been a while, hero. You seem surprised to see me. Lest you misunderstand, I've no interest in such things as cures for tempering.
Nero with his glasses.
But
I
if you
love
mean to
Nero.
achieve that which eluded even the storied Allagans, it seemed plain that you would require my expertise. And so it proved. Is that not right, Garland?
For all the effort it took to track you down after your latest disappearing act, you could find the cure for death, and it wouldn't be worth the trouble.
That wasn't the only reason I agreed to cooperate. I'm reliably informed that Garland and I are destined to unravel the secrets of travel not only across dimensions, but through time. Doubtless the lion's share of the credit lies with me. 9 parts to Garland's 1. And this research will be a stepping stone to that illustrious achievement.
Nero.
Very well then. I'll do 1/10 of the work. Just the part that's beyond you.
Whatever you say, Garland.
Right. If everyone's ready, let's begin. All appears to be in order. Now, we just have to wait for it to find us our magic. Why not take this opportunity to put your feet up? This may take a while.
They're all dozing off.
Damn it. It's overloading.
Chief! She won't last much longer!
Wait.
We'll have to shut it down.
Wait! We're close! So very close!
Oh.
Well, this is going swimmingly.
Please, a moment longer. I beg you. There! I was able to memorize the magic before it faded. It still needs to be put to the proof, but I believe we have our cure.
He memorized it in like 2 seconds.
He's nuts, dude.
He's got a photographic memory.
I mean, he is just like basically an archmage. This guy's crazy.
He is super intelligent.
It's just as well.
What's his
Never
voice?
run again.
The fault is mine. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Don't be. It may fall short of dimension hopping, but a cure for tempering is not to be sniffed at. This, my friend, is a world-changing discovery. One we're proud to have had a hand in. A few Magitech terminals are a pittance to pay.
Thank you.
Well, we've done what we can. The rest is up to you.
Sid coming in clutch yet again.
And there we go. Reviving the legacy.
Let's go.
Alas, the Ironworks crew couldn't linger long. Far too much to do, yet brief though our time together was, it was bloody good to see them. In the end, we didn't have to pay for the terminals, which is great for us, but I can't help but feel for my counterpart in the Ironworks. So we finally have the cure for tempering. All that remains is to put it to use. I shall be praying for your success on the front lines.
Honey croissant, lemon waffle, stuffed Highland cabbage.
I want to take that lemon waffle.
Lemon waffle.
Lemon waffle. At long last, we have our cure. In theory, at any rate, we cannot be certain until such time as we put it to the proof, but I'm quietly confident. Well, if we're to test it on someone, then I suggest Gabu. His symptoms are relatively mild. It'll be fine, I'm sure of it, as long as you exercise due caution. Yes, as long as we exercise due caution, it will be fine. Without further ado, then, let's make for Limsa. We've kept Gabu waiting long enough.
Gabu.
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 I miss Gabu.
Let's save him. Right
We're
here,
saving
right
him
now.
Right now.
We're doing it live. Saving Gabu. Limsa Lominsa. To the aft castle.
Okay.
Let's go
To the aft castle.
to the aft castle. Grahatia.
Graw. Was good, Graha. Tis plain
Graha.
Alize is very fond of Gabu to the extent that I have a hand in it. I shall do all in my power to bring him back. Well, this is the moment of truth. I'll have our host bring Gabu to us at once.
Let's go.
Please, bring me Gabu.
Apologies for the wait.
How's it going, little buddy?
Gabu, have you been good?
Still no change, I'm afraid. He just stands there in silence until we move him.
It's all right now. We're going to help you get better.
Hey.
Fancy meeting you here.
Alphino Yushtola! I thought you were attending to primal matters.
We were, and came here for a meeting on the subject. Certain pirate factions did not deign to attend, however, and it was cancelled.
We had resigned ourselves to having wasted a journey when we chanced to espy you. Could it be that there has been progress with the treatment? Using Magitech terminals to formulate the solution. I would never have contemplated such an approach.
So this new magic, adapted from memory transference, would be used to purge the subject of their fanatical faith, while Angelo would be responsible for reanimating the ether of their soul. Yet I wonder at the practicalities. If one were to reanimate the soul first, it would only serve to exacerbate the tempering. Conversely, a stagnant soul would not respond to the effects of the magic. Would both need to be performed simultaneously?
Ah, nothing escapes Master Matoya's inquiring eye. As you say, both must be carried out simultaneously. And thus, I propose to imbue Angelo with the tempering treatment in much the same manner as I did the spirit vessels.
Angelo.
By doing so, we also spare Graha the trouble of casting spell after spell. It's really rather efficient.
Be that as it may, certain difficulties are unavoidable. The imbuing process will still require no small amount of ether. And, as I can no longer draw upon the Crystal Tower's stores of energy, I will be compelled to rely on those of others.
Well, I, for one, would be glad to assist.
As would I. Since the resumption of our duties, it has been naught but stuffy meetings, and I have ample ether to spare.
Excellent. With your permission, then, let us begin.
Yes, this will do.
And now, it's my turn.
That's a cool effect.
Tis done.
Blessed Angelo.
No small amount indeed. Oh.
Well, we seek to go where even the Allegans did not. It was never like to be easy. The rest is up to you, Alize. The treatment itself will take time and focus, so we will need a quiet room. I'm sure our hosts can spare one. I will go with her. It may be a while before we return, so I would ask for your patience and your faith.
We'll bring Gabu back. You see if we don't.
Let's get
It seems our part
Gabu.
is played. Let us find a place to recuperate.
Hopefully it doesn't get worse.
I'm a little scared.
Yeah. I feel like they mentioned it for a reason.
No. I've been waiting so long to save Gabu.
Me too. That's why I feel like they're gonna be like, yeah, no, it didn't work.
Shut your mouth! Shut up! They would never.
I hope not. You stole. Alizé will succeed. I'm certain of it, but we need to have faith. We need but have faith.
I have it.
Well, this seems as good a spot as any to have a rest. Just gonna sit on the wall.
Okay.
For years, Eorzea has labored to find a solution to the primal problem, without success. Any hope that tempering could be reversed faded long ago. I myself had given it up as impossible. Given up on the tempered and the light-corrupted alike. They were problems to be tolerated, or else eliminated, I believed. And to think otherwise was pure naivety. Childishness, even. But Alizé refused to give up. She struggled and she struggled. And her efforts were rewarded with a way to bring back Halric. And now countless others may no longer be beyond salvation. However much we bicker, I have the greatest respect for my sister. Had I half her stubbornness, nay, her unwillingness to accept the status quo, I would be a far better person. A far better scion.
Don't tell me, tell her.
I should, I know. Yet, despite my good intent, I have the feeling that I would only succeed in incurring her ire.
Ooh, something happened?
Alizé, are you all right?
The treatment. Did it work?
Oh, I'm so glad to see you all. Delighted, happy, glad.
Gabu!
Gabu!
I was really nervous there for a second.
Graha came in. About to give us the bad news.
Gabu! So we can fix tempering. With a lot of aether, I guess.
A lot of effort.
Time, my mind was filled with thoughts of Great Father Titan.
Oh, yes, I love him.
But I never forgot about Mother and Father. Always, they were in my heart. Constantly, ever, always. So I tried to focus on their faces. Theirs and yours. Alizé's and everyone's. And I found that I could remember. One thing, then another, and another.
Your hopes reached Gabu. They helped him to hold on.
I'm so proud of you, Gabu.
I couldn't have done it without you, Alizé. Can you help the others too? Cure them, heal them, help them?
Yes, we can. All of them.
Without wishing to dampen the mood, I feel compelled to add certain caveats regarding the viability of the treatment for general use. As you know, reversing the effects of tempering demands a profuse amount of ether, and while Alize was able to heal Gabu alone, I fear the same will not be true for those who exhibit more advanced symptoms. Moreover, the treatment's effects are limited to the soul. It offers no succor to those whose very flesh has been altered through prolonged exposure to a primal's influence. All of which is to say that we cannot save everyone.
Maybe we can't, or maybe we can. No one gave us a hope of saving Gabu, and yet here we are. We must find a way to treat as many as possible.
Then the next logical step would be to produce a veritable army of Porkses, would it not? Granted, it seemed a simple enough process in the first, but I suspect it will be different here in the source. Not that I am any authority, of course.
Yet there is an authority on familiars to whom we may grudgingly turn. She's stubborn, haughty, eccentric, irascible, laconic, annoying. And her name is Master Matoya, the real one.
Ooh.
I have to go now, Gabu, but the people here will look after you, all right? And I promise to come and visit you again soon.
All right. Thank you, Alize. Thank you.
His voice.
You're welcome, Gabu.
Look at him walking around.
Bye, little man.
See you later.
We did it. We did it.
We saved Gabu.
It
After all
took a
this
while.
time.
It took a hot minute. Give me those lemon waffles. We've earned them. Let's go. Hey there, Raven Scent. Long time no see.
Oh.
We did
When
it.
did we start that with Gabu?
Dub.
Was that in Heaven's Word?
That was in Storm. Or was it? It was the end of Heaven's Word or beginning of Stormblood?
That was a long time ago.
Right?
That was so long ago.
It was like one of the patches of Heaven's Word. Long time no see, whoever you are, lol. Rude.
That was so long ago. It feels like Heaven's Word was literally years ago. To me, anyway.
It really feels like a long time ago. What a year it's been.
We did it. We brought Gabu back.
It feels good. It feels great. Gabu. Gabu.
Like master, like pupil. The trace of a wry smile is visible on Ishtola's lips. As she will be at pains to remind me, I have not paid Master Matoya a visit since returning from the first. But this seems as good a time as any. Come, let us make for her cave.
For her cave.
We're just going everywhere. All over the place.
Doing our due diligence. Master Matoya.
Master Matoya.
We have to go to Idleshire, that's right. Scream.
I thought it was hilarious with Runar in farewell.
God.
It's like, Master Matoya.
Honestly, he makes me uncomfortable.
He's a little awkward.
There's a dungeon? There's a dungeon?
Yo.
Dude, the rain. When it rains, it pours.
Am I going the wrong way?
No, just leave. Just exit.
Oh, that's right, I can fly.
There's a dungeon every patch pog.
I actually didn't know that.
Ploggers. Master Matoya. Achievements in current area. I did end up working on my gathering jobs a little bit, but I didn't get them to 80. They are at, let's see. They're both at 66 and fishing is at 80. So miner and botanist are at 66.
Oh, I thought you got them up.
I spent a long time just working on them, but never got there. It's okay. I'll have plenty of time later.
This is the first dungeon that we're going to be doing that doesn't have eye level sync.
Ooh.
That sounds hard.
Honestly, it just means...
Just means normal eye level.
Yeah.
It has been some time since Master Matoya last saw Y'shtola. What a lot they will have to talk about. Do you remember when last we came here? It was to find out why the others had collapsed. If someone had told me that they'd been whisked away to another world, I probably would have laughed in their face. You live and learn, eh?
Eh?
Master Matoya is something of a legend among our Archons. I very much look forward to meeting her, if not the dressing down I am liable to receive for my inept attempts at summoning you. True. It's gonna get yelled at. I take it you are ready to bear witness to this joyous reunion of master and pupil. Very well.
Can't wait.
We're just here to watch the argument. Oh. And there she is.
Nary a word from you all this time, then you bring every man and his pirogo with you. Did no one teach you any manners, girl?
They were too busy teaching me etherology, Master. Jesting aside, I wanted to be the one to express our gratitude. I am told you spared no effort to sustain our bodies while we were away, and for that, we owe you our lives. Thank you.
You were gone so long. I was starting to think you'd set your heart on staying.
It wasn't easy to leave, as it happens. Seldom does one have the opportunity to study other worlds, and I would not have minded extending my stay by a handful of years.
Ever the scholar. Y'shtola dedicated herself to studying ancient civilizations of the First, befriending a tribe known as the Knights Blessed in the process. There she took on the name of Matoya and won the respect of all the children of the forest.
I don't know.
I merely adopted an alias in accordance with the custom of my hosts. Yours just happened to be the first name that came to mind.
Oh, no.
You mean to tell me you went gallivanting about using my name and only bother to visit when you need a favor? And don't pretend you don't. I taught you long enough.
Indeed. And devoted pupil that I am, I could not fail to recall my master's sage advice. When the answer eludes you, look to the wisdom of your elders.
You there. Were you going to introduce yourself?
How remiss of me. Grahatia is my name, and I am proud to call myself a scion. I too wish to offer my gratitude for your invaluable aid in sustaining the Archon's bodies, as well as my apologies. It was my inexpert summoning spell which endangered their lives in the first place.
Ah, yes. The one bent on digging up the mysteries of Alag. Old Galaf used to speak of you, and Kryles told me all about your recent exploits. Do you have a bad back or something? At ease, boy. Whatever mess you've made, I'm not in the habit of dwelling on the failings of the younger generation.
You are too kind. I've also heard much and more about you, Master Matoya. 'Tis an honor to finally make your acquaintance.
Well, that's more than enough pleasantries for anyone. Tell me what you want. I haven't got all day.
Can you make an army of these?
So that's the way of it. It should be a simple enough matter to make the familiar. The magic, on the other hand.
Ah, that you may leave to me. Being the only one possessed of royal blood, I alone can imbue the subject with the necessary magic.
So I just need to create porxies with the power to stir the soul. Just, I say. Though we're talking about a veritable herd of the little buggers, we'd collapse before we reached double figures. But if I could get a familiar to create the familiars, a mother porxie, as it were.
How would that work?
Seems I haven't seen the last of that moldy old hole after all.
This goes against the laws of nature. Very much so.
That is interesting. I didn't even think about that.
A porxie that produces porxies. What an
I
inspired
used the
idea.
stones to create the stones.
Except he...
But in
close. But yeah.
Interesting. See what Alpha
Well-
Nod has to say. A porxie that produces porxies. What an inspired idea. That reminds me of the thing that I think was Pixar with Toy Story 4. They made... So instead of making spider webs themselves, they made spiders, AI spiders that spun the webs.
What are you talking about?
For Toy Story 4.
I've never heard of this.
You didn't know that?
Is this real?
Yeah.
No.
Spider webs.
Why would they make the spiders? Why couldn't they just skip the spider step?
Today I learned that in Toy Story 4, instead of creating all the individual cobwebs by hand, Pixar created AI spiders that were programmed to spin the webs wherever the cobwebs needed to be.
What? What?
I'm not...
It just seems so, over elaborate? Unnecessary?
But then they never have to do it again. They just tell them where to go and they do it.
Okay, I mean, sure. Interesting.
That's pretty cool.
A mother porxie, perhaps?
Maybe they can do that with Mother Porxie.
I understand automation, but that doesn't sound like automation. It sounds like they created something.
They created a living thing.
They created a thing. I mean, I guess then that
it's
thing
no different
automates,
than programming something to do a specific thing.
But why
and then
make
just telling
the
it
spider,
where to go?
Why
right?
not just make the automated, create cobweb string of code or whatever?
because I guess they would just tell it where it needs to be, and then it would just do
And then they went the extra mile, honestly.
it. I don't know why they did it that way, but
This is
it's kind of
bonkers.
interesting.
Sure, yeah, fun fact.
It's a fun fact that I just remembered because of this. Matoya. Alright, off to my old workshop then. Everything required to make your familiar is there. That may be, but no one has set foot in there since the Exodus. I dread to imagine what has become of it. Oh, there's sure to be a handful of feral familiars and mayhap a monster or two, but nothing to trouble the likes of you. You can consider cleaning up the place payment for my help. Fine, we'll do it. Good girl. Now, if there are no other objections, I suggest you run along to the Maker's Quarter. I'll send one of my Paragos ahead to let you into the workshop. You need only tell him who you are. One can't be too careful after all. Off you go.
Master Matoya's workshop?
Yo.
That just...
In the Maker's Quarter. Oh, wait. Oh, I could just leave.
Where's the exit? I thought that was the exit, but it's the dungeon.
The cave exit?
No, yeah, I found it.
It's a different dungeon. Boop, 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 boop.
To the cave! To the Maker's Quarter.
Look at this guy. So graceful.
Look at him. Ba, 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 ba,
Look
ba.
at his teeth. They're basically just land sharks.
Is that so?
This is what sharks would evolve into, I'm sure, if they were on land. I like how his feet have like wind currents behind him because he's going so fast.
Mach 10.
He's coming in hot. Oro Rago the Unwashed. Okay. Judging by the unruly state of the flora without, I think it's safe to assume there will be no shortage of an unruly fauna within. And to that, the undisturbed secrets of the workshop. And we have the makings of an adventure.
Fantastic, Grahati. I'm glad you can look at it so positively.
The workshop was an unforgiving place even before the Exodus, and I doubt the years of neglect have improved it. Yeah, true. The grass could certainly do with a trim. As I may have mentioned, Alizé and I were still very young when we departed with the Exodus. I envy Ishtola for remembering the city as it once was. Greetings, Ribbit, and welcome to my good mistress's relict. Poro Rago is my name, and I am honored to be your guide. Within you will find a space dedicated to the makings of familiars, along with a cavern wherein the requisite ingredients may be had. I must warn you, however, that the place has not been played host to a single soul, much less a broom, in over 15 years, and will, I regret, be in some disarray. But rest assured, my brothers and I will shall see to it you do not lose your way. Now then, Ribbit. Okay. Matoya's relict.
I want to pick up Puro Rago the Unwashed and pop him like a...
Pop him like a grape.
Pop him like a gusher.
Give him the old squeeze.
Give him the old...
Look at him.
Ribbit.
Ribbit.
You said ribbit,
His eyes
bro,
are
he's a frog.
Gyrating.
What's wrong? What's wrong? Sorry. Let's play the game.
Okay. Alright. Is there anybody else that would like to join for the dungeon? Otherwise we'll just hit the duty finder button.
Someone wash this stinky frog.
The unwashed. Give him a good scrub.
Why is he unwashed? Has he been sitting here this whole time?
He's just been waiting.
Good lord.
I love the Pororago. This might be rough. Just fair warning. I haven't done a dungeon in a while. At max level.
It's fine. It's okay.
My dungeons are opposite order. Can you like flip them around? If you'd rather heal. We usually have pretty fast queues regardless. At the top right. Oh, descending. Ha 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 ha. That's probably just better.
Yeah, that makes more sense actually.
Yeah. Instead of having to scroll all the way through everything I've already seen.
I can't wait to never have to manage Blood of the Dragon again.
Oh yeah, that's right. When is that? That's just in Endwalker, right?
It's just in Endwalker, yeah.
It's gonna be pretty good. I wonder what level you get that though.
I think it's just default. They just are gonna get rid of Blood of the Dragon.
Oh really? It's not just like a...
So you just don't have to press that button anymore. I imagine that's what they're doing.
Seems pretty good.
Yeah, it's just a quality of life thing, really.
If you had to, like, make a tier list for all the different, like, races in the game that you'd play, right?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be straight up. I haven't looked at the other races since I made my aura, so aura...
Well, I just mean, like, all of the ones that you see in-game. If you had to pick, like, S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier...
Yeah, aura is S tier.
Aura's S tier?
I literally can't think of the other races right now.
There's the Elizin, like Emmerich.
Elizin, yeah.
So this is...
They're all B tier.
Ooh, Matoya's Red Lake. I like the music. It's a lot of books. Oh my god. Oh no.
It's at least a couple.
They're corrupted.
At least 3 books.
The corrupted
Right.
Pororago.
To begin with, I need you to gather a few ingredients.
Be they friend or foe?
Listen well to what the Porogos say, or you'll wish you had.
To what the Porogos say?
Oh no.
Is this gonna be a puzzle?
It might be.
Oh no.
Okay, I'll try to pay attention.
I don't even remember my rotation. First things first, we need to harvest some clay.
Oh, these are friendly Porogo.
The clay plot cauldron. Okay.
Clay clot?
The clay clot cauldron.
That's what happens when I sit down for too long.
You get the clay clots.
I get the clay clots. I become the clay clot cauldron. That's so hard to say.
It is hard to say.
Alright, so far so good.
We're doing it. First pack wasn't a wipe. We're in the mummy.
It's like riding a bike.
Yeah. You say that now. Until
Yeah,
they have you do
usually
a bunch
they
of
introduce
things.
mechanics.
Yeah.
With the
He's gonna
gap
assist us.
ribbit.
Oh. Okay. The stone
Ribbit?
barrier.
I love how easy the AoE rotation is for me.
I literally just pressed 2 buttons.
Oh.
I could be using my Requiescat, but I just...
You can't be bothered.
I don't think to, and then when I do think about it, I'm like, do I really want to use it on Crash? I don't know.
I think you probably could.
I probably should.
Oh! Oh!
Son of Ziggy? What the?
Sonny of Ziggy? Sonny?
Sonny of Ziggy. He freaks me out. I don't like him.
I like him. He's pretty cool.
Give me a rock like that as a mount. It's just a rock.
I got a rock.
It's not a boulder. It's a rock.
It's a rock. Alright.
Alright, there's that thing.
You'll need to deal with the Mudman first?
The Mudman. Okay,
Hello,
so this
Mudman.
looks like it has...
Mudman? I see...
There's 4 balls,
Yep.
4 holes.
What could possibly happen here?
I don't know. Nothing good. Hard rock. Gonna one-shot me or something.
Soft rock?
Okay. Petrified Pete.
Hey!
Pete.
Oh, okay.
The drainage system activates.
Oh.
So we don't want to stack. You want to get close to your Z, so you don't hit the other guy.
I want to get close to mine?
Yeah, 'cause it
I
goes
thought I
down.
wanted it to go in the hole.
Oh, maybe. I thought you just don't want it to go through multiple people.
Ow. Oh my god.
Stone Age. I really should be using my stuff. I just keep forgetting about it. I'll do it after this rotation.
Hard rock.
Petrified Pete.
Pete. So I'll aim mine over here.
Right? Did I do that correctly? I feel like I did. Or did I not?
They don't go away if they don't go in a hole,
Okay.
is what I'm understanding.
So they have to go on.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Sight reading.
Ooh.
Sorcerer's Interstice. Oh, the second time 2 of the pits are blocked by creatures. Okay. Cool. Mudman down. Clay Clot
Mudman?
Cauldron defeated.
No, this is the Clear Note Cauldron.
Ribbit.
The Watery Portal. Okay.
Ribbit.
Mero Rago the Damp.
I just read that. The damp.
That's a good name. Cave gelatin.
Gelatin.
I love the way these frogs jump around.
The music is also just so bouncy. Master Matoya had a pretty sweet place, huh?
I mean, it seems pretty nice.
Star Diver.
Oh.
Oh.
I thought it was like a trick.
That was cool.
I thought it was just gonna fall down.
A trick.
Alright.
We need stairs.
Some more cave fish things.
Cave fish things. Perish. Hropkin. A spring in your step. Ha ha ha.
The gelatin.
Making me hungry.
Unironically, this makes me want something to eat. Some
Jesus.
Cool Whip. On some pumpkin pie.
Want pie after this stream?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Sounds good.
We'll beat midnight, but...
Roughly. It depends on what time Claire decides to come back. Which I'm not sure.
It'll be midnight.
It'll probably be around midnight.
Another lift ribbit. Just a moment.
Another lift. He goes ribbit ribbit. When he lands.
Ribbit?
What is that? That's cool. His name is Nixie.
Sense a mischievous presence, ribbit.
Is this the boss? Must be.
This is the boss.
I like it.
Oh.
I don't know what that is.
I'm not sure entirely. Oh!
So
Okay.
those go.
I didn't notice that.
I did not either.
Such fun, more water.
We need more water.
We stand in it?
I don't know.
Oh, I have to stand to the close one.
It's just like the ones before it. Look at that thing, it's so cute.
It's very mischievous. Don't be fooled. That's a lot. Whoa!
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Landing on my back.
Is that how you clear the lands?
Pretty much. Oh, I see.
Okay, so you just have to be in like a line. I still got
Yeah.
hit by it. I was just barely in it. I didn't want to hit the other people with my AoE thing.
I don't really know what that means.
I don't know this one either.
I think we just dodge you.
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest.
It's fine. We won.
That one's a little
Whimper.
tricky.
I mean,
Gauntlets of aiming.
we're doing just fine for sight reading, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah. Interstice. I don't think we're expected to know. Oh my god, I just realized this person has the Necromancer title.
Oh. What the?
What the Chads?
They're geniuses.
Sorry, what was this called? Kilnfire Cauldron?
Mm-hmm. Bororago.
The Tepid.
The Tepid.
Please try not to fall behind.
The licorice. Yeah. Look at the color
What, the
of the
ribbit?
lava. What the ribbit? Look at the color of the lava. It looks sick.
Yeah, it is really cool. This place is really colorful. Wow. These things are cool. Pyroduct Elders. These dungeons are so fun.
A little magma can't stop us.
Get him, Bororago. What, the ribbit?
He just parted the lava sea.
Lava Jesus?
That's Moses, right?
Frog Moses? What? Whoa, what, the ribbit?
What the ribbit?
I found a substitute
Just say that from now
for
on.
swearing. Bro, what the ribbit?
What the ribbit?
Alcians? What the ribbit? Relic syrup.
Big man.
Lava wall.
What? Alright. There's two ways.
Treasure.
In Endwalker, do you want to do PvP? Do the arenas?
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
We can get the crazy looking armor.
Oh, no. No, I don't think it's gonna happen.
It'd be pretty hard to do.
I'm gonna set my
molten
expectations lower than that.
I think you can get the weapons if you are just consistent, but the armor is difficult.
That armor's really cool, so...
Well, it's going to be different in Endwalker, I think, so...
Oh, is it?
Yeah. But... generally, I think their armor sets are always super cool for the PvP.
What the ribbit, bro?
Unless
I'm gonna order a new mouse tonight, by the way.
I have one you can use. It's
Oh yeah.
like the...
How come I keep forgetting?
I don't know.
Jesus, I got squid brain or something.
Squid brain?
Yeah, I don't know, like, it's not a sponge.
The mother
It doesn't soak up anything. It's slimy, slippery.
What is this?
What? Something's
Oh, we
stirring.
just have to leave.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at... The cauldron looks cool!
It does.
I got goopy goblin brain.
It's time to bake ourselves a porksy. That's what Matoya said.
Right then. Let's get this
Make the
over with.
perfect cake.
Right then.
What the ribbit?
What the ribbit?
What the ribbit?
It's a royal porcine.
Oh.
Newborns are wont to be
Oh, it's not
difficult.
happy.
Sure, who's in charge?
Oh my god. Newborns? Isn't this supposed to be the mother?
Mother porksy. Porcelain.
Mother Porksy. I'm afraid.
We're gonna get you clapped.
Whoa. If there was ever a time to say what the ribbit, it's now.
What the?
Huh?
Go
What is
down.
the...
I was gonna jump down, but there's like water there.
My
Alright,
toy is relevant.
here we go.
I'm ready. I'm raring to go. Let's see how you handle the big girl. Oh Jesus. Tenderloin?
Tenderloin.
Crispy bacon?
She's going down pretty quick.
Newborns are wont to be
and up. So what is this?
Wait.
You want to be like right in front of her? Ah, okay.
Let's go. Come back here. I'm not done with you. Please, let me Stardiver.
What the?
Oh. Are those potions? I'm afraid. Oh, the suction's getting stronger! Oh no, I lost my astral, or my Stardiver. Sad.
We're doing it. It's no big deal.
Minced meat?
I messed up my Rick basket. That's okay. I still used
Whoa!
it.
She's hidden herself?
Oh. I was gonna actually look for her.
Yeah, I was too. Oh, what the heck? Oh, I found her.
She's way up there. Okay.
Mother Porksy, I am sick of these games.
Open flame.
Bro, my loin be tender.
We're doing it.
Such a... Ah, that's just so funny to me.
She's almost dead.
Good
GG.
job!
Easy clap. The woe be gone. Just collapsed.
Master Matoya! We did it.
Heirloom jacket of striking.
Fantastic.
Let's see what we got. Oh, it's the same thing. Okay. Alright. We did it. See ya.
Oh man, that was funny.
Cutscene? Hmm? It's a big porksy.
There we are. Quite tame.
Then all that remains is for me to imbue her with the magic. My friends, I'm afraid I must trouble you for your ether once more. That should suffice.
Good. Let's set her to work then, shall we? I want to see some porkses. Assuming that is, someone can spare the requisite energy. A mere drop in the ocean for the great sorceress Matoya, I dare say. Excellent.
Oh my god.
Litter of Angelos.
They're born.
And we can make as many more as we want, simply by providing the mother Porksy with additional ether.
This is very convenient.
I will require a moment before I try again.
It's still hard work, but a damn sight more efficient than making them one by one. Thank you, Master Matoya. Everyone, we're a step closer to our goal.
Distributed amongst the allied nations, they should do much to facilitate closer dialogue with the beast tribes. And given their present travails, I believe our friends in Limsa Laminsa should be the first beneficiaries.
Agreed. Though I must leave this errand to you. I doubt my legs will carry me out of the cave, much less to Vilbrand. Thank you for taking the lead in gathering the ingredients. I expect you would benefit from a rest too.
In addition to the Porksies, I trust you've gained an inkling of how much effort goes into the creation of familiars. Or mayhap you attribute your struggles to old age.
If I said yes, would it persuade you to treat me like an adult?
Not with that pertness, it wouldn't. Anyway, assuming you have no other favors to ask, I shall be leaving.
Fantastic.
We did it.
What a great dungeon. Hey, Emifar. It has been a bit, but Endwalker's approaching.
Endwalker in about 5 days.
Some nerd had a child, and they believe that to be more important than Final Fantasy XIV.
That does, I mean, that is somewhat, part of it, yes.
Imagine choosing your firstborn over Final Fantasy.
I just have to wait until he's a little bit bigger and then we can just play it together.
True. Just a little bit bigger.
Yeah, it won't be much longer, considering how fast he's progressing.
What the ribbit?
What the ribbit?
Why choose a flying pig? That's true, Grahatia.
Wait until they beat me in games, they'd have to be pretty good.
I'm sure that's what most parents say until it happens.
Farmer's breakfast? Yo.
Oh,
Sausage
giddy
and
up or
sauerkraut,
giddy out my
though?
way.
Alphino is eager to deliver the good tidings.
Alphanod. My friends.
Oh man. Check something real quick.
Oh, yes. That was a fun dungeon.
It was.
It really was. I had a good time in that one.
I like that dungeon. Oh man. I'm excited for Endwalker. So
God.
what were we talking about? We were talking about the races.
Oh, yeah. You wanted me to rank the races,
Yes.
but to be honest, that's like really difficult for me.
It's hard for you to do?
Well, it's just because I only really care about playing as Aura.
Right.
And I'm gonna rank male and female as the same race because
You can't do that. They're different.
you really want me to rank every single one individually?
Yeah. I think that's what most
I don't
people
even know
do.
what they look like.
You haven't seen... Well, you've seen them in game. As NPCs.
Whatever Y'shtola is second to none.
Y'shtola? That's the cat. That's Mikote.
I'm just kidding. Female Aura is S tier. I like male Aura. I actually like them a lot. I would not say they were C tier. On my list, they are my favorite because it's what I play.
Seeker of the Sun, Mikote.
Too bad I'm adequate at best. Well, you know, we take those.
Being average. I mean,
Nothing wrong with being average.
I'll take it.
God, I wish that were me. Let's see. No,
I think
let's,
out of
let's,
all the races, let's look at them from like.
Can I just give you my summary?
Look at this. Like,
I think Aura are my favorite. I think Lalafell are my least favorite. Hrothgar I would rank above Lalafell, for sure.
You like Lalafell less than Hrothgar?
The least. I like them the least. And I know people have like a soft spot for them.
That's actually surprising to me, just because Lalafell. I mean, even though they're just like tiny, they at least look good in most things.
I've never really liked the tiny races, really. What about dwarves? Dwarves are amazing, so.
Like, this Hrothgar, I like the way he looks, but couldn't he look cooler if he had a helmet? Yes. Yes, he could.
The Lalafell, you know, dwarves, where they basically look like black mages with beards. That's pretty great.
Here's the guy. I don't know, man. Some of the races look clearly better than others. You know what I mean?
I feel like Higher is, you know.
I would give Higher like a solid A.
Don't ask me to rank anything ever again.
I would give the Mikote like the male Mikote, I'd give him a B. Females, I'd give them an A.
I mean, in general, I think the female models in this game just look better.
Yeah.
I don't think that's even a hot take at all. I think they just look good.
Yeah.
Time to rank jobs? I can't yet. Talk to me in like 3 years.
The male Rogadin and Hrothgar, I feel like are a solid C I don't think that they look that good. Like, I like, so here's the thing, is I like their model, but I don't like how things look on them. You know what I mean? Like, they're not, like, their stuff just is too small on them.
I don't really like Rogadin.
The aura, they all look good. I think generally they look good. I haven't really seen any that I'm like, ooh, that's ugly.
I'm so biased. Rogadin are good. I personally, I
like
don't
female
like
Rogadin. I don't like male Rogadin that much.
I don't really like male Rogadin either. They're just too burly. But I don't know.
Female Rogadin look actually really nice because everything proportionally looks good.
I also, there should be like a little note, you know, that says, I actually think all of the races are a good fit in this game and that everybody has their preferences and it works really well.
Let me just say
but
this.
Also,
all of the races in this game, all of the races in this game look better than the ones in the other MMOs I've played.
I would say that's mostly true, yeah.
So even the ugly ones, like, they still look better than others.
I don't want to compare it to other games though because they're all like so
They're
different stylistically.
Yeah. Like, I just wish that Hrothgar could wear helmets, bro. It'd fix a lot of the problems I have with them.
You know, you do this every time we play, and I'm drawing the line.
It's the same thing with they're like really bulky upper half.
Complain about Hrothgar not wearing a helmet one more time.
I don't know why they can't just put the helmet over their head, bro.
Just give it up. Give it up. I like how your character looks.
I think he looks good.
I don't know why you... I think you've been staring at it for too long. I think you keep... It's the same thing that happens with, like, artists.
It annoys me because I'll look at stuff and I'm like, that's a really cool looking helmet, and I can't
You've
wear it.
You've always been this way with everything you do, though. You always think the grass is greener.
That's not true.
Oh, I think it's mostly true.
I've
especially
played a
in
druid
WoW.
in World of Warcraft for 17 years.
No, you've played everything in World of Warcraft for 17 years.
Right, but my main has always been a
Your
druid.
main has been... It hasn't always been. It's been on and off.
It was druid from...
That's like if I said my main
beginning
was
of WoW
Paladin.
until Legion, and I played a monk, but it was also I played the druid.
Right.
So, and then in the last two expansions, I haven't really played that much.
Right.
Paladin Relic? Yo.
Are we doing more MSQ, by the way?
Yeah. Well, hang on one second. Let me take a look. Let me see what this looks like on my character.
The problem... So all of your complaints about Hrothgar are valid, but the biggest complaint that I have is the shields. For sure.
Display gear. Shields are... Oh, they make me mad. I really hope that... like, look at how tiny this thing is on my arm. It looks... It still looks good, but I just wish it was bigger. You know?
They need to make it, like, twice as big.
50% would suffice. 100% would be perfect.
Yeah, I agree.
It's tiny on your arm, too. Yeah, that is true.
I think it looks decent, like, about appropriate size.
Yeah.
But...
I honestly think... So, here's an interesting thing. I think that the proportions for weapons on female characters and smaller characters way better than on the big characters.
Yeah.
Especially for
Again,
like, weapons.
So, the reason I like my aura so much is everything seems to...
I didn't realize that female aura are this short, to be honest.
My character is still big and tall, and kind of like a unique race. I mean, and their stuff still fits them really well. Like, look how big my lance is.
Claire said that she's going to be on her way home soon. So,
okay,
we can just hang out for a little bit.
I don't know how close we are to being done with, I think, 5.4.
Let's take a look.
But,
what is the quest we're on? Admiral's Resolve?
Yeah.
We're
Also like
over halfway done with 5.4, and then 5.5 has 6 quests.
Okay.
And then 5.5 only has 3.
So we're at a good stopping point. That's good.
We only have in total 1, 2, 3. We have 13 quests total left to do.
Oh man, nice.
It's not much.
So we're gonna finish this for sure.
Yeah. If we play every day, it'll easily
Well, we're
be
going
done.
to. Right. The plan
That's the
is.
plan is, yeah.
We'll do start at 9 every day, and then Endwalker. We're just gonna play a ton.
You made your aura minimum height. That's actually hilarious.
Oh, okay.
I was wondering why they're so short. The only way to be shorter is to play Lalafell. Oh, they're actually the second shortest race.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Because the male aura are taller than me.
My friend is actually mad that they're so short.
Hey, how's it going, Ronso?
Hey!
For that tier 1 sub? 6-month streak? Let's go.
That's crazy.
6 months is, yeah, went by quick. Huh,
I'm a little upset that I didn't end up finding or making a better glamour for Endwalker before we start it.
I have a good one for Hanks, which I'm wearing right now.
I mean, I like this outfit, but I kind of wanted to get something more unique.
But I'm probably just going to be a paladin
special.
Doing the story.
Yeah, I'm going to be
fine.
Dragoon doing the story.
I like this guy's bull helmet.
I did too. This guy's great.
But, yeah. I might mess around with some glamour stuff before Endwalker. Like, try to get some.
When I look into glamour, I always see... It's kind of hard for me to find things that I like, I guess. I always see like the armor on female models usually, or
Well, you can...
things that are really hard to obtain or unobtainable now.
Yeah. That's true. If I go on the collection thing, and I go by most liked, and then I go by male, Hrothgar. I mean, there's a few pretty nice looking ones. A lot of them are like very royal looking, or they're modern looking. There's not really an in between.
Yeah.
This is a cool looking one. It's like a rogue. How are they wearing this hood though? Or maybe you can wear a hood.
Which glamour do you like better?
What's that?
Hold on. Let me show the helmet. Do you like this glamour?
Here, let me just do this. Okay.
So,
The
let me know
Valkyrie
when you're ready.
looking.
The Valkyrie kind of armor.
Okay.
Or, where is it? My paladin looking armor.
Personally, I like the paladin better.
It's definitely beefier, I think.
I've always liked thicker,
Yeah.
like plate armor. I think I like that better. They're both
Either works.
decent.
They're both similar, and I like both quite a bit.
If you painted this black, wouldn't it, or like, would that not work?
I've looked at it. It doesn't look quite nice, I don't think.
Oh.
I mean, you can look.
It won't. I can't wear your helmet, but yeah.
Oh. Loser.
Oh wait, I can. It says I can. Let's go.
What does it look like?
Looks weird on my character.
Yeah, but it works.
It does work, but it's also massive. Here, let's sheath the weapon. And if I wanted
I could use this set as Reaper. This is all they share the same
show all equipped. So if I wanted to dye it all black.
naming.
You don't think this looks good?
I don't like how the tabard is black, I guess.
You could also do like gunmetal. Or gold. Where's the gold? Gold is 2 gold. You also don't have to do the entire set as black.
Right. I could maybe leave the tabard white and then have a black set.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll mess around with that for a little bit.
Yeah.
So, okay. You do like the paladin one better?
I do, personally.
Okay. I was always on the fence between those two.
I like the Allegan set. It's pretty cool.
I'm gonna do some messing.
I also messed around with the Samurai. This is what I have for Samurai. Not high enough level for me to play it in Endwalker, but I think
I
this
like
is
that
pretty
set.
nice.
I don't know what set that is or where
So
it's from.
the chest pieces from PvP, the gloves are PvP, and the pants are a different
like the
PvP
pants.
set.
I like the pants a lot.
The boots are the Crystarian Greaves. And then the blindfold, I don't remember. I think it's just a regular, like, cloth thing. Yeah, head bandage is what it's called.
Yeah, that's what I use for my Dark Knight.
I don't think this looks bad. It's not as crazy bulky as the Odin set. I could also use this for a monk, which I think would look cool. Monks are just cool in general. I've always liked monks. I also wanted to get a different sword that matched this better, but I don't know like what I would use. Dark Knight. What I have with that. I thought I had another glamour to them. So I've got Samurai. This is the Dark Knight armor. It's just the regular Dark Knight.
Yeah, I like the Dark Knight armor though. Just the default.
Yeah, I can't wear the helmet, but I don't know if the helmet looks good anyway. I do like this set though. The mixed set that I have.
How do you look at an individual? Oh, I see. Got it. Gotta hit reflect. See, but you can't leave the tabard white because the shoulder pads are part of the chest piece.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They're not separate.
So, it doesn't really work.
Well, is there not a color that would work better?
I mean, I could just do black.
Just jet black.
Like, it looks good. It looks good. But I think I prefer, like, I think the white gives it that holy look, which is kind of what I was going for.
Yeah. I kind of like the way that rogues, like their stance is. As a prop car, looks pretty good.
I'm gonna have to check out that mouse, Devin, remind me after the stream.
Yeah, it's basically brand new. It's been used a couple times.
It's an MMO mouse, right?
It's an MMO mouse. It's the Logitech one.
Oh,
and I think Claire would probably just rather use the non-MMO mouse.
Yeah.
I just got that as an extra because it was on sale. Speaking of sale, it's you could probably buy one for like $10 right now anyway.
Oh, true.
I just thought of that. I'm excited to see all the new like armors and things that they have in Endwalker too. I'm curious what style they're gonna be. It's gonna be.
I feel like
medieval, or if it's gonna be more like.
I don't know.
Looking, or who knows? I'm sure there's gonna be a wide range.
So I'm excited for Endwalker because it'll be like current content for us instead of we've been kind of just playing catch up this whole time.
Yeah.
So like, I'll be able to spend more time on the side stuff instead of trying to do the story. I mean, I love the story too, but you know what I mean.
Yep.
Like, I'll be able to work on my glamour sets and maybe get more into like the rating and that side of things.
I'm excited for that. I'm also excited to see like everybody else doing it at current pace.
Yeah. Like, it's gonna be a fresh launch for everybody, and that's always the most fun.
Yeah, it's always cool to see other people
It's
doing stuff
good.
like that.
It's gonna be good. And we are going to plan on playing like not every day, but you know, like every weekday, I think was the plan.
Yeah, the idea is that we're going to try to stream pretty much every night, if possible. There might be some days where it's not, but we will have to see.
Yeah.
Hey!
Hey,
Thank
Beatles!
you, Beatles with the Prime.
Thank you very much, Beatles.
It's been a long, like, journey. It feels weird being, like, looking back on it, it's only been like 6 months, 7 months.
Yeah.
But it feels like it's been years. Literally feels like years.
It's also been a wild year in general.
Yeah.
I mentioned to you earlier about doing like a watch party if we finish up our stuff of like old videos that you did.
Yeah, we could.
I don't know if that would be fun for people, but
hey, got the
Pikachu
emote. Puck Pikachu.
But yeah, I don't know. It could be fun to like reminisce a little bit before.
Well, let's just take
Endwalker.
a look at how many videos I have. I have a lot.
It's also a good time
clips,
to plug the YouTube.
True. So if I just go based on my Final Fantasy 14, it says I have over 400.
I gotta confess. Probably staying away from streams until. Oh yeah. I think a lot of people should just play the game themselves for sure.
I thought about.
But we'll still be here if there's people that don't play the game or want to just tune in.
I thought about starting with doing the Reaper thing, so I would be a little bit behind in the story, but I'd be leveling up the Reaper. But then I'd feel like
I'm worried about spoilers myself.
That's true. I don't know. Like, these are some old videos. Oh my god. Alright.
Yeah, well, I kind of like the idea of doing like the watch party.
Oh my god. This is back when I didn't like understand that my frame rate in game, like me playing the game versus on stream, was something that I should like be worried about.
Yeah.
Because I was like, if it looks good for me, it should look good on the stream, but that's not the truth.
Friend and I might end up chugging so much caffeine from Friday on until we were done MSQ.
Oh, really?
Ooh, yeah.
I wonder how long it's gonna be.
I don't know what we're gonna do, Devin.
I don't know.
But we should talk about it and come up.
Well, we'll have that entire day beforehand to like decide what we do.
Yeah.
And on the 3rd and the 4th, we'll be able to stream all day if we want. Like literally 48 hours if we wanted to. But I don't know if that would be great. I feel like streaming for that long would be
Start smaller, you know?
Start smaller? I think a good like goal would be for me to stream for like 8 hours on the first day or something like that. But that's not even that crazy, you know. I also have no idea if we're even going to be able to get into the game right away. There's a glitch that lets you out of bounds in Limsa.
Plan to get on at 5 a.m. and play as much as possible, then get ahead of streamers and then watch them. That's a good idea.
That's a good idea. That is a good idea. I also thought about, like, since I will be, like, I want to play as Reaper, but I also really want to do the story. I feel like, since I don't have everything set up to do, like, the super speed running, like, the leveling up, as Reaper, it'll probably take me a little while. So I don't know if I want to do that. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I want to focus on the MSQ for sure.
Can still do the prep, that's true. I mean, I could get on, like, as soon as it launches. I'm not really restricted in that regard. Like, if it launches at 3 in the morning, I could be on at 3 in the morning.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that and see what we want to do, because
that doesn't mean I'm gonna.
It is really tempting.
Doesn't mean I'm gonna. I'm probably gonna be super
like we
tired,
have the
but,
option to be very tired, but do we want to take it? Maybe.
Could do my first ever 24-hour stream.
That'd be fun. I think. Well, early on when we were streaming, we did a lot of long days in a row.
We did
literally like a couple months, but
for the first like 2 months of me streaming, every day we didn't take days off. We streamed for 8 to 11 hours, sometimes longer.
It was fun.
I think the longest day we had was 13 hours of streaming.
Maybe you'll get back to your level 12 character. Yeah.
Yeah. But do you want to be zombies? Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Early morning leveling of a new class. See, Reaper just looks so good. I think my plan is probably just do the MSQ first and then go back and do Reaper. I think that's probably what I'll do. Also, I've heard that they're making leveling in general, leveling up alts a little bit faster. Like they reduce the amount of XP you need to level up. So, that'll be kind of nice.
I think it'll also be fun leveling up the new jobs with like the new skills that they got, like the reworks. Like I didn't really like Summoner before, but I'm excited for them now.
What was that? You're excited
I'm
for new
excited.
skills?
Yeah, I'm excited for like the reworks and stuff. So when I do level up those jobs eventually,
I really
it's
should
gonna happen.
watch all the different like class changes again because I forgot a lot of them.
It's fun.
Now. I know that paladins get the big swords. The big swords.
Oh yeah, they look really cool.
Yeah, I also really like the what's it called? Summoner changes. They look super cool now. The stat squished XP. They're reducing your XP gained. Oh no. I thought they were just making it so you'd level up a little bit faster. I mean, I don't feel like I level up slowly. I feel like I level up pretty decently fast already.
Yeah, I don't think it's too terrible. It's a little grindy, but
yeah.
Oh yeah, armory bonus.
Oh yeah, that's true. I'm not really sure how it's going to work out for, what I'm going to actually play in Endwalker. I like Paladin, but I don't know. I'll have to play it. I want to see what it's like. But my goal, I think, in Endwalker is to have the Paladin. Probably gonna level up the other tanks, and then I'm gonna probably just pick one of the others.
Well, I'm interested in, so like we're going to go from 80 to 90 and
yep.
do all of the MSQ.
Yep.
But then what do we do? Because we've never actually finished the story.
That's when you you do the
what
gearing.
do we do?
That's when you do
Like
raids,
gearing, raiding.
savages.
Like what is? Have to have a healer to 90 for savage release for day 1 raiding. Ooh.
You want to have 2 leveled up to 90? Ooh. Roulettes.
Savage new dungeons roulettes. Savages and extremes.
Not to mention, I'm assuming there's going to be more rep grinds. Like for mounts and stuff too.
Yeah.
So
there's gonna be so much to do.
There's a lot of stuff I still have to do.
Yeah, I didn't meet any of my goals.
I didn't really either.
That's okay.
I mean, I got to level 80. That was my main goal.
We're going to finish the story.
The story.
Yeah.
To be fair, the story is. I mean, it's long. So. You always get super in MMOs for a week or 2 and then drop off, but they look so fun. Yeah, MMOs are one of those things where they just reward you for continually playing them. The more you play them, the more you get out of them, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. I went through a lot of. I did that with a lot of different MMOs besides WoW, but like Guild Wars. I've gone back to it and played it for a week or 2. I've done it with the old Star Wars MMO too, the Old Republic.
Yeah, I would say that Final Fantasy is pretty chill.
This one I've played a lot.
Like the story is by far the longest part of it, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get to the end, if you wanted to just chill and do whatever you want, you don't have to. You don't have to feel the need to log in like in WoW, where you need to get all of your stuff. Because in WoW, the way it works is that you only get that one chance per week to get the item that you're trying to get. And if you don't get it, well, you gotta wait until next week. So.
The catch-up mechanics seem limited to WoW tokens. Yeah.
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 Whereas in Final Fantasy, they don't really limit you except for the most current content. Which I think
leveling
is really
alts
nice.
in WoW definitely gets faster after you have heirlooms and stuff. But and they've made it faster in recent years too. But it's kind of just boring and not as fun.
It's pretty
boring.
Honest. The fastest way, I think, is to just spam dungeons, and all you do. Dungeons are super easy. You just kind of run through them. There's no mechanics. You just kill stuff. It'd be like if you went through Sastasha like 500 times, and that's how you got to max level.
Sastasha is like really basic, and I feel like WoW dungeons are basically Sastasha.
Yeah. It'd be like that.
It's nice to actually learn mechanics for each dungeon that you do, instead of it being just Sastasha.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's a little bit.
It's probably like an over exaggeration, but it's kind of true.
It is kind of true. Once you get to the end, from like 50 to 60, they have mechanics.
Yeah,
but
I will say dunking on WoW has been like the hotness for like the last year.
They just make it really easy.
They've made it really easy. I don't want to hate WoW, but like they've really opened themselves up.
It takes about 8 weeks to be completed with gear and savage raids if it's still on loot lockout, if you don't get lucky with drops. 8 weeks is honestly not that bad. In WoW, a tier will last. It could take 6 to 9 months, and a lot of times it'll take anywhere from 4 to 5 months to get completely geared out. Because it's completely RNG and guilds can't give you, so like in WoW they used to have a thing called Master Looter where you could give people gear to help the guild get their tier sets or whatever items were best for people the fastest, and they don't let you do that anymore. Now it's all random. Super into WoW and it just went downhill.
I don't know if they changed it or not.
They might have changed it back.
I don't remember. I haven't played endgame content in WoW in forever.
Yeah. WoW was fun. I
in
mean,
like 5 years.
or it was fun. I'm just sad. Sad that WoW was.
We don't have to talk about WoW every time we
I know.
compare. Like, we don't have to compare it every time.
There's
Final
also
Fantasy
you
is
can
more
compare
fun.
Final Fantasy to any game.
Yeah.
You know?
I just like
I
WoW.
played Elder Scrolls Online. It wasn't
Final
really.
Fantasy.
It's not really comparable. I feel like most MMOs aren't really that comparable. They're all pretty different.
I do like the coffers, like being able to get gear just by picking those up.
Yeah. Sad thing is Yoshi P really likes WoW. I watched the what's it called? The video where they're talking about remaking Final Fantasy XIV, and they took a lot of their best ideas from WoW and put it in the game. And then just kind of they took what they liked and they just kept running with it because they actually play their own game. I mean, WoW.
I also think the
WoW,
way
that's how WoW came to be so good too. Back in the days, that they just took the best things from other games and they just did it better. So
I mean, it was originally EverQuest that like they took like the basis from, but I think the way Final Fantasy presents their game and like their story is, I think it's been said a lot that Final Fantasy is an RPG first, and like an MMO second.
I would agree. I would say that Final Fantasy, in terms of story, is probably the best story game I've played. And
it's really good.
Maybe ever. And I'm not really someone who even really cares about story games that much. I've always just been like a gameplay kind of person. And Final Fantasy has really, really good story, and its gameplay is just really good too.
I think my only issue with WoW is they spend all their time on high-end content. There's not much if you aren't doing Mythic Plus or raids. That's also... It's not as fun to be a collector in WoW these days. Because just like the lockouts suck. The lockouts really are not fun. Some of the achievements that you can do are like just so annoying.
Yeah. I do think
and
that
the leveling experience is really lacking in WoW.
Yeah, it is. They actually took so I remember saying this before they actually implemented it. The Torghast leveling. And they took that idea and they implemented it. But it doesn't give you any XP. It gives you like less XP than just doing quests. And Zach knows how terrible it is when you're leveling up in Shadowlands with like an alt to do the
yeah, it wasn't fun.
Yeah, it's awful. I think I was also saying this. If WoW could let you go back and do all the raids as like a roulette and give you XP for it, like a random raid, do random raid and gives you a bunch of XP, why not? It would make it so that that old content would actually be relevant in some way.
Well, we talked about this a lot. Like, I don't know if we've talked about it on stream. I'm sure we have, because this happens all the time.
But
locking all of your content to the most recent expansion every 2 years, you're missing out on the last 17 years.
You might as well just erase the last 17.
Yeah.
It might as well be a new game every time.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is. People are attached to their characters, but when their character, like, you bring it in to a new game, basically, they change most of the way that their character plays, and then you got to get new gear and everything all over again. Whereas in Final Fantasy XIV, it's like it's always a continuation on the same thing.
Yeah.
Endwalker's the first time where they're doing something completely new, apparently. So, which I didn't play. Like, what was I gonna say? I didn't play back when the original Final Fantasy XIV was a thing. So.
Yeah, I don't know how many people actually did.
I don't know. We had a few people that were in the stream.
Yeah, that surprised me for sure.
Yeah. I enjoy that I can do a low-level dungeon with a friend who's leveling and not trivialize it. I think that's cool
Yeah.
too.
Like, being able to do content with your friends is way easier in Final Fantasy.
Mm-hmm. Now, originally, I used to have a complaint, which was, I don't like that they take away all of your abilities when you go into a low-level dungeon. But if it means that you can play with your friends and do whatever content that you want, I think that's a fair trade. Because I used to be like, I'm level 40 and I have to use no abilities because I'm in Sastasha. Like, oh man, this sucks, but there's a reason for that, because if you had all of your abilities, it'd be super ridiculous. I do still think that they could probably add some abilities at lower levels, like make it so you get more of your OGCDs just earlier, just to make it a little bit more smooth, but...
Yeah, I don't think it would be the best if you kept your abilities, but just like... Especially certain classes don't get their AoE until way later.
Weren't you like
looking at you,
40?
Dragoon? Yeah, Dragoon was 40.
That sucks.
It just kind of feels bad when you are playing with, like, I don't know, the Bard, who gets AoE right away, or tanks all have AoE. They do need to move up abilities to make the early game more interesting and to make learning end game rotations.
Well, let's take an example.
I think that would be a great idea.
You get Spirits Within at level 30. You get this at level 50. You could honestly, like, give the second part of the combo earlier, and give them this earlier, and give them this earlier. You can leave Royal Authority. You can leave the other stuff. If you just had Circle of Scorn and the complete AoE thing, just these, like, 6 abilities would make it so much better.
I like that they do it gradually, but sometimes I don't know if they're spreading it out too much, just because I remember coming from, you know, other MMOs and or the early game in general in Final Fantasy did not hook me at all.
It felt a little bit like what's the word? It felt
I liked that the enemies were doing mechanics that I had to avoid, but my character also was just like, I pressed 2 buttons and I did that for a really long time.
Well, can I look at that? So
I think the same, but you've seen people struggle to do a 1-2-3 combo at level 40. Oh no.
So like, Paladins actually get an AoE at level 6, but it's only one part of it. But like, you get your first actual attack at level 1. Your second thing that you get is a buff that you can cast once a minute for 25 seconds. And then you get your combo at level 4.
There's a lot of people that don't read the tooltips.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people.
I need to read a lot of mine still.
I've done it with the characters I've played the most, but I still am like... It's, you have to read your abilities in this game, otherwise you will not do as well.
Like, I know what they all do, but I don't know exactly, like, to what degree do they do the thing that they do. If that makes sense.
I would highly recommend just reading it. While leveling Black Mage, it's like all I did, because I wanted to understand it.
I feel like you have to.
I still don't understand Black Mage because I didn't level it to 80 yet.
Like, for instance, the Clemency spell for Paladins gives you 1200 cure potency if you cast it.
That seems like a ton.
And if you heal someone else, it gives you half of the healing that you gave to somebody. So you can heal someone else and also heal yourself at the same time.
Yes, the crap guide to DPS from... God, I love that guy, but I forgot his name.
Joe Cat?
Yeah, Joe Cat. That's a great video, and it actually is very informative.
Intervention. There's just so many cool things about Paladin's kit. They're like ultra supports and tanks at the same time. Like cover. This ability seems disgustingly overpowered. It says take all damage intended for another party member. Last 12 seconds.
I'm gonna jump off the ledge and see if it kills you.
Intervention, I don't know if I've ever used this. I probably should be. But I just think, yeah, in general, I do think that they do a good job of getting people to understand their kit over the course of doing the entire story.
Paladin and Endwalker is going to be crazy. Not having a mana requirement for Requiescat is nonsense.
Yeah. Paladins are going to be so broken because they also heal like everybody in their group. I don't know if you watched that, Zach.
I don't know.
Yeah, they heal everybody in an AoE.
Oh, that's
whenever
awesome.
they do their stuff. It's just like baked into their kit.
Can't wait to level up everything again.
Holy Sheltron, is that the thing that heals, I think?
I feel like Dragoon and Dark Knight didn't get a ton of stuff added or changed, so those are my two 80s. I think I'll be okay.
Divine Veil, I love this ability. It gives everybody who gets healed a 10% health shield.
God, remember when I played Black Mage all the way up to like 60?
60, and then you stopped right before they got good?
No, I started playing something better.
The links do not, I don't think they work in Twitch.
I think you haven't disabled on Twitch, but they work in the Discord.
If you want, you can post them in Discord, though. I will take a look at them. Let me actually look. Does my Discord link still work?
It does, maybe. Hold on. Because I don't know, because I'd have to click on it.
It looks like it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey. Holy Sheltron. It just blocks incoming attacks, grants the Knight's Resolve.
5-second cooldown?
Reduces damage.
5-second recast.
Taken by 15%. It has like Oath Gauge cost, which is like... You get Oath Gauge by using abilities.
Oh.
Or actually, let me read it again.
Knight's Resolve reduces damage. This is nuts.
Oath Gauge.
Dude, I love this ability.
Yeah, every time you land an attack, you get 5 Oath Gauge.
That actually makes me want to play a Paladin. Just having like that buff up.
It gives you a
you get block, you
250
get damage reduction,
and
and
for
healing.
12 seconds.
That's so cool.
Dumb.
That's so cool.
So dumb. It's so good.
Oh, I love that. That's great.
It's so good. Oh yeah, it's auto attacks. 20% damage reduction from block, 50% damage reduction baked in, self-healing over time. All for 50 Oath Gauge. It's pretty good.
That's really cool.
Plus, doesn't that proc my own Divine Veil? Or no? Upon HP recovery being via healing magics cast by self, yeah, so it would proc it, so I get another 10% damage reduction. Or not damage reduction, but a 10% HP shield. That's just good. If I wanted to make it work. Arms length.
Well,
I should be using my cooldowns more often. I have this thing where I'm like, it's too good to use. I know that I might need it in the future.
Stop that.
And then I don't use it, and then I die. And I'm like, God, I'm an idiot. Why didn't I use it? And then I do it again.
I literally pop all my cooldowns at the beginning of a fight.
I should. I really should. Well, I suppose I should probably...
I pop my cooldowns so fast.
Should probably call it good. But I will be back tomorrow doing more MSQ.
Tell your friends.
Tell everybody.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back. For real this time.
For real, for real.
Like for real, for real. As far as I know, for real, for real.
And I plan on, if we are ever going to not be streaming, I'll let you guys know ahead of time.
Yeah.
So that you're not ultra
and
disappointed.
To know ahead of time, make sure you follow my brother on all of
on my social media. I can give you my Twitter.
The
if
Discord is probably the best place to find
There's also
information.
Discord, which I posted earlier, but
you always get those Twitter notifications.
yeah. If you're interested in watching the stream,
yeah.
I always tweet before I go live, and I also usually ping the Discord if I remember to before I go live too. So, but yeah, I think that is it. Yeah, thank you guys for watching the stream. I appreciate it. Thank you to the new subs and all the resubs. I got like 5 subs. It's pretty good for my first time back in like 3 weeks again.
Yeah, but we ain't going anywhere after Endwalker.
True. We'll be here.
We'll be here.
I hope you guys have a good rest of your day / night. And
or else.
I'll see you guys next time. Which is gonna be tomorrow at like 9 o'clock my time. So
yeah,
like,
and I'll be there too.
21 hours from now. So I'll see you guys then. Goodbye. Hope you guys have a good night.